Quade Peters start this one off quickly with a home run to left field, the first at-bat, and it's 1-0 Bigsticks early on already. A little bit of technical difficulties here in Spearfish, South Dakota, so we missed it a little bit, but it's 1-0 already, like nothing even happens. Quade Peters has been a Sasquatch killer for years. Last summer, gave this team a tough time. This summer starts it off early. First at-bat, 4 pitches in. It's a home run to deep left field. Gets over the wall, Vorwald could not track it down. And quickly a deficit for the Squatch. Already in a hole. Brant Craig will come up to the plate. A little bit of technical difficulties. We do apologize so far, but here we are, game 1. Still no outs, but it's 1-0 Bigsticks as that one's lifted high in the air in the foul territory on the field line. Going over to third baseman Bledgy. He's going to make the catch over the head, and 1 out just like that. Brant Craigle flies out to shallow left field in the foul territory. It's Parker Bledgy makes the catch. Go over to the defensive lineup for the Sasquatch in this one. Behind the dish, it's Keegan Weston. He's going to be catching Dylan Ritchie onto the mound, who already 1 run given up. Left one over the plate. Quade Peters made him pay. The infield, Parker Bledgy at third, just made that catch in shallow left field for the first out. Luis Reyes manning shortstop back in after taking a day off in the last game in Pier. Ryan Bachman at second base. DJ Van Atten at first. In the outfield, Trey Vorwald in left. Bryson Hoyer in center field, and Jack Sutton going into right. As the first pitch from Ritchie to Keenan Proctor, the right fielder, misses outside. It's ball 1. Head coach Jarrett Hunt talked about getting an early lead and trying to jump on teams early, but the Bigsticks came in here and did just that. And it's 1-0 already as Quade Peters, 1 hit, 1 run over the left field wall. Dylan Ritchie got the quick out after that with Brant Craigle, but now working with a 2-0 count to the 3-hole hitter as that one misses outside as well to Keenan Proctor. It's going to be a 3-0 count. Not at all the way you want to start right now if you're the Sasquatch. You're 0-0 today with the second half just starting. Trying to get going and get a playoff push starting here in Spearfish, South Dakota. That one finds the zone in the 3-0, an auto take by Proctor. It's going to be a strike. It is a 3-1 count. On deck, Danny Rogers, the first baseman, if needed here. Foul tipped into the glove of Weston. And it's going to be a full count here to the third hitter of the inning. 3-2 count from Ritchie with 1 away. That one outside, he froze him. An early home run, but quickly 1-2 with Craigle flying out and Keenan Proctor going down to look in. There's 2 away. Brings up the first baseman, Danny Rogers on the year. Rogers, when the Sasquatch were in Dickinson, he was a problem for this team. In those 6 games, the Bigsticks taking 5 of them, and Rogers on the year. Average only sitting at 250, but with the team leading 5 home runs, a lot of power on the left-hand batter's box in the cleanup spot for the Sasquatch. He fouls the first one off. Was a little bit in front of that one, fouls it off into foul territory, and he'll go down 0-1 early on to Dylan Ritchie. That one in the dirt. Weston keeps it in front of him, but it's going to be a 1-1 count now for Rogers and Ritchie. Dylan Ritchie, this is not necessarily how you want to start, but you have to erase that home run from Quade Peters and just keep on going through and try to get through 1, 2, 3 following. That one's lifted high in the air to right. It shot up. Sutton going back. He looks up. He can't make the catch, but it stays in. Rounding second, they're going to stop him right there. No, he goes through. The throw from Bachman on time to Bledgy. He's safe at the triple for Danny Rogers. What a throw from Ryan Bachman on that one. It was perfect, but Danny Rogers blows through the stop sign at third base. He goes into third with a triple, 2 outs, now 90 feet away from doubling the lead to 2. That one stayed in luckily, but the second hit of the night goes for 3, a home run and a triple. The 2 hits for the Bigsticks so far. Brings up Can Urin, the left fielder, hitting in the 5 spot today with an RBI chance. That one in the dirt. Weston keeps it in front of him. 1-0 count. We'll go through the umpires today. Behind the plate, it's Yogi Millslagle. And in the field, John Whitcraft for the first game. Expect those 2 to switch on here in the second game later on if the weather prohibits that one. But for now, home plate, Millslagle. In the field is Whitcraft at the 1-0 count. That one low again. It missed. Going to be ball 2, a 2-0 count to Cam Urin. On deck, it's going to be Isaac Huddle, the catcher, in the 6th spot. So already early on, a little bit of trouble for the Sasquatch. We'll have to see if Ritchie can get out of this one with minimal damage being the 1 run. That one in the dirt gets away from Weston, but bounces down the third base line So Rogers just retreats right back over to the bag. It's a 3-0 count quickly. Dylan Ritchie having a little bit of trouble early on in this one. This was a guy that the Sasquatch were so confident going into this game, and so far, 2 hits, but both of them have been monstrous. 1 home run, and that triple going almost over the wall. That one low and away, caught the zone. It's going to be 3-1, a beautifully placed pitch from Ritchie, who coming into the day was absolutely spectacular. 13 1/3 innings. He had a .5 ERA. That one skyrocketed a little bit with the first at-bat being a home run. 3-1 pitch, hammered to the Bigsticks dugout. Going to make the count run full again. Another full count pitch. The last one we saw to Keenan Proctor. Ritchie froze him on the outside. We'll see the approach. Cam Urin takes this one here with 2 away and a runner standing 90 feet away on third. Upstairs, he walked him. Cam Urin takes his base to first. And it's going to be early trouble for the Sasquatch. Once again, keeps on going. Isaac Huddle comes to the plate with runners on the corners. A chance with one swing of the bat to make the lead 4 early on. Not at all the position you want to be in right now if you're Spearfish, but Dylan Ritchie has a chance still to get out of this one to the minimal damage of the Quade Peters solo shot to lead off the game. Brings up Isaac Huddle, the catcher in this one. Runners on the corners still. First pitch, he's going to sky that one foul down the third base line. This one gets out of here. It's an early 0-1 count from Ritchie. With runners in the corners, you see Cam Uran. Might expect him to take off here, take an easy bag, as Weston might be skeptical to throw down with the runner standing at third base, coming home to make the run if you can't catch him. So have to see his approach over there at first. That one outside, caught the zone, and it's going to be an 0-2 count. Huddle didn't really love that one. You could tell in his body language he thought it was on the chalk. Home plate umpire Yogi Milslegel says it caught the outer third, and 1 pitch away from getting out of this one with the minimal damage of the 1 run. Outside again, this one misses in the right-hand batter's box. This one almost a full third of the zone away. And it's going to be a 1-2 count to Huddle. Huddle on the year, 352 on the season coming into this game in 68 plate appearances. He has been spectacular. 13 walks, 14 RBIs. See what he can do here. Lifts that one high into left field. Vorwall going back at the track. He'll make the catch on the run. Another hammered baseball, but this one's tracked down by Trey Vorwald. 1 run comes across from Quade Peters with a solo shot in the left field to open it up. It's 1-0 Bigsticks early. We'll be right back. Bryson Hoyer, Seth Nelson, Ryan Bachman due up for the Sasquatch.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
bottom of the first inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Sasquatch an early 1-0 deficit after Quade Peters took the 4th pitch of the game in the leadoff spot to deep left field and made it a 1-0 game. They threatened with a Danny Rogers triple standing at third, and then a Cam Uran walk stood at first, but able to get a line drive in the left field from Isaac Huddle. That was a little bit scary, looking like it was going to be potentially a 4-0 game, but the Sasquatch took care of business. Dylan Ritchie gets out of it with just a minimal 1 run against, but it's a 1-0 deficit early on. It's going to be Bryson Hoyer leading off for the Sasquatch, a center fielder. On the bump for the Big Sticks, it's Michael Getzinger. He's going to get the nod here in game 1 of the doubleheader. We'll have to see who they bring out in game 2 after putting almost all their eggs in one basket, try to win the first half in Fremont. Unable to do so, but now Michael Getzinger getting the nod to start out the new season in an early lead. New season, the first batter of the season for the Big Sticks went yard. That's a 1-0 game. Bryson Hoyer fouls off the first pitch. It's going to be 0-1 to the leadoff hitter. That one's going to be low. It's going to be called a ball. Count goes 1-1 to Bryson Hoyer. Will go defensively for the Big Sticks. In center field, obviously, Quade Peters. In left field, Cam Uran. And manning right field is going to be Keenan Proctor. Hoyer swings at that one and goes through it. It's going to be a 1-2 count. We'll look at the infield. At third base, Preston Jones. At shortstop, it's going to be Alex Urlaub. Second base going to be manned by Balas Buckmaster. And at first, Danny Rogers had that monster triple to right field in the top of the first. That one outside misses for ball 2 to Hoyer. Count goes even 2-2. Hoyer doing what he does best, and that's put up a good quality at bat for the first at bat of the ball game, not going down early with a 2-2 count already. Here's the pitch, that one way outside. Count's going to go full, 3-2 count. Behind the dish is going to be Isaac Huddle. He's going to be catching today for the Big Sticks. He's going to be on the receiving end of the Michael Getzinger pitches here early on in a full count to Bryson Hoyer. This one's going to be chopped over to third. Making the play is Jones. Throw across diamond in the dirt. Can't scoop it up. It's an infield single for Bryson Hoyer. He was there. It would have been close anyways. Bryson Hoyer starts things off with a hit. Just how you want to start a base runner, Bryson Hoyer. A lot of stolen bags on the year. Bryson Hoyer is always a threat to take off. He mans first base. Seth Nelson gonna come up in the 2 spot for the Squatch here. No outs after a leadoff single from Bryson Hoyer. Seth Nelson has been scorching from that left side batter's box in the 2-hole. The designated hitter once again for the Sasquatch comes up after a leadoff single, takes a big swing at that one low for strike 1. You look at Nelson on the season, this guy has been someone that you do not want to pitch to. 317 in just 40 at-bats since being here, 44 at-bats, since being in a Sasquatch uniform. Hoyer with a nice little lead over at first. See if he decides to test the arm early. Nelson fouls that one off. Count goes 0-2. Quickly in a hole. Michael Getzinger has recovered well after that chopper by Hoyer. Gave Jones a little bit of trouble over there at third, and he ends up on first. He's got a nice lead over there at first. Might try to see him take off right here. If there's a pitch in the dirt, definitely expect Bryson Hoyer to make a beeline for the bag over there at second. Takes another half step with the 0-2 count to Nelson. Here's the pitch. Nelson's going to sky that one high in the air on the third base line and foul. He'll live to see another 0-2 pitch. Counts 0-2 once again. Hoyer still with a nice lead over there at first. Might expect to see him take off, but with an 0-2 count, a little risky. Want to try to avoid a strike him out, throw him out. Might not be the time to test the arm of Isaac Huddle behind the dish. Hoyer takes off. A great jump as Nelson rips that one down the line. Foul down first. If he's just not in front of that one as much as he was, that's easily an RBI double as Hoyer, what a jump from first. He might have already been sliding into the bag by the time Isaac Huddle even had the time to pop up. That would have been easy stolen base and something that Bryson Hoyer has done so well all season. But once again, we'll see another 0-2. This time they're going to check him. He slides back in safely. Bryson Hoyer on the season. Got a lot of stolen bases, a lot of speed over there at first. We'll see if he decides to take off here again. Here's the pitch to Nelson. That one going to be outside for ball 1. Count goes 1-2 early on to Seth Nelson. Standing on deck is going to be Ryan Bachman. He's hopefully going to get a chance with runners in scoring position. If Nelson can do a job, just want to stay away from a potential ground ball that could go into 2 outs. But Nelson with a lot of speed out of the left side. They're going to check Hoyer again for the second time. This time he slides in easily, no attempt to even tag. So he goes back safely. Bryson Hoyer on the season with 17 stolen bases already. He's always a threat looking for number 18 right here. Nelson's going to hit that one down the line over and left. If this is fair, it's extra bases. It's not. Missed by just maybe half a foot. Nelson's going to go back to the box again, and it'll be an 0-2 count once again. Hoyer's got to retreat to first. He got a nice jump off that one. He took off on contact, as if that one was fair, it was definitely dropping. Almost no chance for the left fielder Cam Uran to make a play. Count goes 0-2 once again. Still no outs. With Hoyer standing on first base still, has not got to advance yet. Each time he's jumped, Seth Nelson looked like it maybe a hit and run call by assistant coach Anthony Peterson. He has not been able to convert, pulling it foul and hooking it foul respectively. Hoyer with a nice lean on his leg. Here's the pitch. Nelson swings through it and he'll go down. Seth Nelson strikes out for the first out of the inning. Bryson Hoyer remains on first base for number 24, Ryan Bachman, the second baseman for the Sasquatch, coming up to the plate. 344 in the season. This dude's bat has been scorching hot.
Number 24, second baseman, Ryan Bachman.
Leads the team with 20 RBIs on the season. Ryan Bachman has been a force to be reckoned with the last two summers in a row. He's back for number 3, and he's been hot to start. We'll see what he can do here. Hoyer's going to try to take off. He goes back. They're going to call strike one on the outer third. Looks like Hoyer's just trying to get in Getzinger's head early on. Not really working, as since Hoyer's been on first, Getzinger has checked him twice, but he's located well, has not had any pitches in the dirt, and if it's been a ball, it's been close, and it's got swings. That one going to be upstairs, called a ball at the letters once again. If it's a ball, it's a really close one right there. Just missed the upper third. Ryan Bachman evens the count up at 1-1. Hoyer with another lead on first, takes another step. He doesn't look like he's going to take off here. That one's going to be outside, ball 2. Bachman watches it go. So Getzinger started out great in this one with a well-located ball outside. Since then, has not hit his spot. It's now a 2-1 count. He wants a new baseball. DJ Van Atten, the first baseman, standing on deck, and he is always a threat to do almost anything. He's got 8 home runs on the year, and he has been spectacular. 2-1 count to Bachman. That one outside. The throw over to first. A beautiful throw. It would have got him if it's on target, but Danny Rogers had to make a dive over to that one. It almost went into right field. If that one's on time, I think they gun Hoyer. But nonetheless, a 3-1 count to Ryan Bachman. DJ Van Atten standing on deck. A walk here would advance Bryson Hoyer into scoring position. Hoyer with a nice conservative lead over there at first. Now with the 3-1, we'll see what he does. He takes an extra step as Getzinger goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. Bachman takes his base. Ryan Bachman, another walk on the season. My goodness, Ryan Bachman, that's his 8th walk, and he stands on first. Bryson Hoyer advances into scoring position for DJ Van Atten, the man in the cleanup spot for the Sasquatch. He has caught fire. He was not hitting well, and he would admit that, but he's gotten that average up to 282 with 8 home runs, nearly 20 RBIs. He has been spectacular. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball, and it looks like after that walk right there, Getzinger's having a little bit of trouble locating. We'll have to see if he can kind of corral himself and get back in this one, avoid loading the bases for Luis Reyes, who stands on deck if needed, if DJ Van can remain off the ground. Takes that one for a strike. He thought about it. The crowd not happy with that one, but it's going to be a strike called. 1-1 count to the Sasquatch cleanup at DJ Van Atten, who has had this Bigsticks team number as of late. Last series when the Sasquatch went into Dickinson, this man was absurd. He had 2 bombs in that 3-game series. Takes that one upstairs and in. Getzinger doesn't love it. Van Atten looked like he wanted to take a rip at that one. He loves those pitches. Belt high or higher. If DJ Van Atten gets a fastball at the belt or higher, that ball's not landing. And he thought about that one, leaves it off for a ball. That one's going to be low, called for a strike. Looks like that lower third is very flexible for the home plate umpire, Yogi Milslagle, so far in this one. See if the Sasquatch can adjust to that one. Something they've struggled to do really all year is adjust to those fluctuating zones. They have not adjusted well in games at all. Checks his swing on that one in the dirt. It was low and away. They won't offer. He did not go. Didn't know if maybe they were going to try to offer or not. And right here, we're seeing it again, the Bigsticks and their shifts. DJ Van, a heavy puller of the baseball. Second baseman Buckmaster playing behind the bag at second. 3 infielders on the left side of the bag. Danny Rogers, the lone infielder on the right side. We'll see what Van Atten can do. Flies off that one on the 3-2. He'll see another full count. So the Sasquatch working counts well early on. Michael Getzinger is definitely not having a quick first inning. We'll see if he can get out of this one, but both pitchers having a little bit of trouble. Fortunately for Dylan Ritchie for the Sasquatch, one had to leave. And we'll see if Bryson Hoyer at second, if you get that ball into the gap a little bit, a lot of speed over there at second base, and we've seen it as of late. Since the arrival of assistant coach Anthony Peterson, the aggression on the base paths for the Sasquatch team has just skyrocketed, and we'll have to see if they keep that going here in the second half. Van Atten takes that one up high. Would have been ball 4, but it hits him. Doesn't hurt the whip, but it definitely hurts the situation. Bases are juiced for Luis Reyes now. DJ Van Atten has been hit more than anybody in the Independence League, and he's hit again. My goodness, DJ Van Atten gets on base a lot. That OBP definitely going up, but my goodness, this guy. DJ Van Atten takes first. Bryson Hoyer goes 90 feet away, and Luis Reyes comes up to the dish with the bases juiced. Down 1, a chance to potentially take the lead if he can drop it into the outfield. That pitch outside gets the zone. A beautiful frame right there from Huddle. My God. 0-1 count to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Big hack at that one. It's quickly an 0-2 from Getzinger. Located well after falling behind to Van Atten. He had him in a 2-strike count, put a really competitive pitch. Van Atten flied it out and then lost control of one, ended up hitting him to put himself in this bases loaded situation. Reyes watches that one upstairs, the chin miss for a ball at the 1-2 count. All right, that tough pitch to leave off, especially in an 0-2 count on that one. Looks nice. Takes that one outside. He goes down frozen. Luis Reyes goes down an outside pitch. He goes back to the dugout. And now Trey Vorwald, the left fielder, comes up trying to salvage this one and at least get one run across the board for the Sasquatch to knock things even up here after one inning of play.
Number 3, left fielder Trey Vorwald.
Trey Vorwald on the season, 340 with 9 RBIs, looking at the chance to make it 10 and tie this one up. Takes the first pitch low in the dirt for ball 1. Looked like a little bit of trouble after hitting DJ Van Atten going to Luis Reyes, but a great job commanding the outer third by Michael Getzinger. Gets him to Vorwald. That one upstairs at the head. Vorwald watches it for ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. Jack Sutton, the right fielder, standing on deck if needed. We'll see if Vorwald can extend the inning, potentially either get a hit in or just walk right there as he takes the 2-0 for a strike outside. That outer third has just been automatic the last 2 at-bats, and Trey Vorwald takes one outside there. We'll see if he adjusts here and kind of shortens up his swing for the outside. Watches that one at the chin again. It's a 3-1 count, 1 pitch away from this game being tied up. Trey Vorwald in outfield playing a little bit in. Quade Peters took a step or 2 in after DJ Van Atten got hit. Vorwald's going to hit that one over to first. Rogers goes on knee. He collects it. Vorwald making a beeline for first, but Rogers tags the bag. Bases juiced. No runs come across. Michael Getzinger gets out of it. It's 1-0. Bigsticks lead going into the second inning.
I want to shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice play.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Top of the second inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Bigsticks on the road up 1-0 early on after a Quade Peters home run in the top of the first. And that's where we stand here. That pitch, first pitch inside, misses for a ball. At the 1-0 count from Dylan Ritchie. If you're the Sasquatch right now, the Bigsticks just got out of the jam. Bases loaded and 1 out. And they got out of it as that one in the dirt gets a big swing from Blas Buckmaster. And it's good. First strike one, 1-1 count. The bases were juiced with 1 away. Luis Reyes went down looking on a fastball in the under third, and then Trey Vorwald grounded over to Danny Rogers at first to end the inning as that one in the dirt. Weston scoops it up. It's 2-1. The early 1-0 lead, 7, 8, 9 due up for the Bigsticks. A big emphasis for this Sasquatch team trying to make a playoff push here in the second half. They won the second half last season, were able to get a playoff spot against these Bigsticks. As that one going to be 2-2 now as that one's fouled off the pole, guarding the Sasquatch dugout. The Sasquatch looking to get that pivotal playoff spot here. New kind of outlook and layout for the Independence League. Only 6 playoff eligible teams, so only 2 spots in the playoffs. Already won by the Fremont Moo, winning the series against the Bigsticks to get there. That one's going to be drilled down the third base line, but foul. It goes all the way into the Bigsticks bullpen. We'll see another 2-2 pitch. And for both of these teams, a team that we thought all season after about the first 6 or 7 games that they were going to win the first half, it looked like the Bigsticks were going to be the team to do it. They went into Fremont with a series win, giving them it. Inside froze him, Dylan Ritchie mid-sentence, sends Buckmaster back looking. The second K of the day and the second looking K of the day for the Bigsticks. Preston Jones, the third baseman, coming up, and we were talking about the Bigsticks before. Dylan Ritchie froze Blas Buckmaster there, a team that everyone thought was going to get it as that one's flown into the right center gap. Sutton going back. This is in dangerous territory. Bachman makes the underhand catch over his head. Ryan Bachman, what a play. My goodness, the Sasquatches don't want to let me get out of sentence today. It just seems like Dylan Ritchie doing a great job out there. Both times I've started a sentence, he has made sure I can't finish it, but I'll start it again. See if we can keep that trend going for the 9-hole hitter, Alex Erlob. This Bigsticks team went into Fremont.
Now batting for the Bigsticks, number 1, shortstop, Alex Erlob.
Alex Erlob up to the plate now. Takes the first pitch inside for a strike. A beautiful front door breaking ball from Dylan Ritchie. This Bigsticks team, they went into Fremont. If you're unaware with how this has gone, they lost 2 of 3 to the Moo and were unable to clinch that first half playoff spot. That one's hit weakly down the third base line and foul. Bledgy was giving chase, but this one rolls to the left of the line quickly, an 0-2 count. 2 away, an 0-2 count. Dylan Ritchie with a chance to go through this inning 1-2-3 very quickly. So both of these teams on this field right now looking to start the second half off quickly, trying to get that pivotal playoff spot and get a championship series versus the Moo. That one's going to be fouled off, or missed and off the glove of Weston. To the backstop, Erlob to the plate. The throw to first from Weston in time. A little bit closer than we would have liked. The win off the glove of Weston, rolled back, but Keegan Weston makes the beeline for the ball, makes the throw to first, and gets the out. 1-2-3 as we go to the bottom half of the second. The Sasquatch looking to get back in this one. They trail by 1.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Bottom of the second inning, we're back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. The Sasquatch had a chance last time they were up to the plate to tie this one up. unable to do anything with the bases loaded and 1 away. Brings up 7, 8, 9. Jack Sutton, Parker Bledgy, and Keegan Weston after Dylan Ritchie made quick work with the Big Sticks lineup, going 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the second inning as the first pitch of the inning misses up high to Jack Sutton. 2 strikeouts, Buckmaster and Erlob go down swinging, and a fly ball to shallow right field. Ryan Bachman made over the head as that one gets the inside of the zone, and it goes 1-1 to Jack Sutton, manning right field today for the Sasquatch. Tried to make a diving catch over there in the first inning on the Danny Rogers triple and almost got it, but just missed. Bryson Hoyer had to gun down the runner, and they almost gunned him at third. That was part of the big first inning for the Big Six that could have been bigger with only 1 run coming across the board. Sutton takes a big rip at the 2-1. Count goes even to 2-2 now. And we'll see if Michael Getzinger can kind of recreate the inning that Dylan Ritchie just had. We'll see. Dickinson looking to get their first road series win. Sends the zap, and that one misses. Jack Sutton took a big rip at that one. He waved past it, and it's going to be a strikeout to lead off the second inning. The same thing that Dylan Ritchie did, except his was looking. Jack Sutton, the 7-0 hitter, goes down swinging. Now Parker Bledgy come up to the plate. Bledgy on the season has averaged up to 231. He has been absolutely hot at the plate, and we'll see if he can continue it. 2 for 6 in the last game of the first half. In Pierre with 3 RBIs, had the big 3 RBI bases clearing double in the left field to take the lead and really help propel the Sasquatch to an eventual victory over the Zap. We'll see what he can do here. Takes the first pitch outside for a strike, then takes another one outside for a ball. It's a 1-1 count to Bledgy manning the hot corner today. We do apologize for the confusion here for the Big Sticks. Third baseman for the Big Six is not Preston Jones. It's going to be Troy Berg. He is going to be manning third and batting 8th. So he was the one who flew out to shallow right field. And now Bledgy in a 1-2 count as he waved at that one from Getzinger. Here's a 1-2 pitch from, oh man, almost hit him again. Looked like it was going to, was ready to say it. Bledgy gets out of the way. Count goes 2-2. Keegan Weston standing on deck, the catcher in the 9-hole. The order ready to roll over with Bryson Hoyer, who's 1 for 1 in his day. The only hit the Sasquatch have all day came from that bat to lead off the game. That one's high in the air down the first base line. Coming in, Rogers makes the play. Quickly 2 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. Keegan Weston coming up to the plate, the catcher, 9-hole hitter. Just had that play at the end of the top of the second inning where Alex Erlob went down swinging, went off his glove all the way to the backstop. We thought it was tipped by Erlob. Home plate umpire Yogi Milslego had a different opinion on that one. Weston had to make a beeline and make a bullet of a throw over to first to get the out and prevent the inning to continue as he takes strike 1 down low and quickly an early 0-1 count for Michael Getzinger, looking to go 1-2-3 as Dylan Ritchie did in the top half of the second. That one outside, caught the outer third. And right now, if you're the Sasquatch, that outer third has been called so much, you think you gotta adjust to that. And you have to start swinging at those if they're even borderline. Weston turns on that one high in the air, over to left field. Going over as Uran to the track, and he'll settle under and make the catch. About 2 steps in front of the warning track. Keegan Weston just got under it, but a 1-2-3, bottom half of the second. After 2 innings of play here in game 1, it's 1-0 Big Sticks lead.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
the top of the third inning.
Top of the third inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It's Quade Peters up for the second time today, wanting a different result as Dylan Ritchie. As the first time Quade Peters was up, we might have missed it here on stream, but he took a moonshot to left field and made it the 1-0 lead. Right now, that's the difference in this game. Ritchie and Getzinger have been going at it since having a little bit of trouble in the first innings respectively. Getzinger was able to get out of his little jam with the bases juiced and one away. Ritchie able to get out of his jam with runners on the corners, trying to get out of the first inning and preventing it, keeping it just one. Peters takes a big rip at that one quickly, an 0-2 count to Quade Peters, the leadoff spot. So it's the top of the order for the Big Sticks. Quade Peters, Brant Kragel, and Keenan Proctor, the right fielder in this one. The 1-2-3 for the Big Six, looking to get another big inning. Watches that one at the letters. Ritchie can't believe where it missed. It was right over the plate, but nonetheless a 1-2 count. Weston was set up outside, reached over towards the middle of the plate, and it looked like he got another frozen K, but nonetheless it's 1-2. That one hit hard in the center field. Hoyer coming in, he'll make the catch. Quade Peters lines out to center field to begin the third inning. It's a quick first out for Dylan Ritchie, and that's definitely a better result of a Quade Peters at-bat, if you're the Sasquatch, than what you saw the first at-bat of the game when Quade Peters took the fourth pitch of the game and made it the 1-0 lead where we stand right now. Brant Kragel, the designated hitter, he flew out to shallow territory down the third base line. It was the excellent catch by Parker Bledgy over the head. He'll have to see what he can do here. Rips down to second. Ryan Bachman on a dive, knocks it down, but it gets by. It's going to be a single as Kragel's going to round first. He thought about two. He retreats. It's going to be a one-out single for Brant Kragel. Ryan Bachman knocked it down, maybe prevented it from going into the gap a little bit as Hoyer didn't get a great jump on it from center field, being a low-line drive. But nonetheless, Brant Kragel with a rocket of a single. Keenan Proctor, the right fielder, struck out looking for the second out of the first inning. He comes up now with a runner on first, looking to try to get this inning another big one. Foul tips that one off the glove of Weston to the backstop. Count goes 0-1 early to Proctor. Ritchie, since that home run to Peters, hasn't really fallen behind hitters. He has been spectacular in getting that first pitch strike and getting into a pitcher's count. He does so here on Proctor. We'll see what he can do with Brant Kragel standing over there on first base. That one a big wave and a miss from Proctor. It's quickly another 0-2 count. So an 0-2 count to Quade Peters, ended up getting a line drive to Bryson Hoyer, who is playing very far back in center field. No wind here at Black Hills Energy Stadium right now, so really nothing carrying baseballs out. Maybe expecting this 3-4-5 spot to hammer baseballs. There's a soft hit in the left field for a bloop single in front of Trey Vorwald just off the edge of the bat. Kragel goes to second. It's another base hit for the Big Sticks, trying to get more runs on the board and extend their lead that currently sits at 1. With runners on first and second now for the cleanup spot, Danny Rogers, who in his last at-bat had that towering triple in the right field out of the left-hand batter's box. We'll see what he can do here with a chance of a hit in the outfield, could potentially double the lead to 2. The 4 spot. Danny Rogers playing first base on left-hand batter's box, hugging that inside chalk. We'll see if Dylan Ritchie tries to back him off a little bit. That one skied in the air to third base. Bledgy in foul territory, looks up, settles under it, goes back in, makes the catch. Could have been a little dangerous, but might have been potentially a double play as no runner took off. That one falls. You quickly tag the bag at third, go to second. Could have been a pretty unorthodox double play to end the inning, but Danny Rogers takes the first pitch high and fouls it out into foul territory. Parker Bledgy makes the catch. It veered over into fair territory, gave Bledgy a little bit of a hard time, might have lost it in the sun here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, being 421 here in Spearfish. The sun definitely playing a factor today on fly balls. That one's going to be drilled in the right center gap. If it drops, and it will, it's going to be extra bases, and it's going to be 2 runs. Hoyer the throw in. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Cam Uran, and it's a 3-0 Big Sticks lead early on in this one. In the third inning, they have broken the floodgates open here in Spearfish, South Dakota. 5 hits in this one through 3 innings and 3 runs across the board. That is another big hit all the way to the track, and it's a monstrous double from Cam Uran to clear the bases. Isaac Huddle comes up now with another runner in scoring position, a chance to make it a 4-0 ball game early on in this one. Dylan Ritchie just trying to minimize. No one holding the runner over at second. We'll see what the lefty Isaac Huddle can do. Rips that one into right field past Ryan Bachman. Sutton charging in there to send the runner around. The relay throw from right field is on the money, but not in time. It's going to be an RBI single for Isaac Huddle. He advances to second base. It's 4-0. My goodness, the Big Sticks are putting the hurt on the Sasquatch here in game one. Nothing has changed from the first half so far in the first game of the second half of the year. That one, just a ground ball that gets by Ryan Bachman, was playing over to his right, just maybe by a step, and just got between the hole of Van Atten and Bachman into right field. Sutton with a cannon from right field, unable to gun the runner. The throw is perfect in placement, but not in time. Weston couldn't apply the tag in time. And now another RBI chance for Block Buckmaster, who was part of the 1-2-3 inning, went down looking in the second. Takes that pitch low and inside for strike one. Count goes 0-1 early on, trying to get out of this one. 3 runs have come across the board for the Big Sticks. They're 4-0 lead so far, and they're looking to get off early in this second half with a 1-0 record. That one's going to be hit softly down the third baseline and foul. Count goes 0-2 to Buckmaster. Dancing over there at second is Isaac Huddle, potentially trying to get in the head of Dylan Ritchie, get a good jump off any hit baseball. As a great jump by Cam Uran was the reason he was able to beat the throw from Sutton. It wasn't really a hit ball that you would expect the runner to be able to get in so easily, but what a jump over there. Isaac Huddle trying to just recreate that situation, potentially get the lead to 5. 0-2 count to Buckmaster. That one outside goes in the left-hand batter's box. Tried to get him to go fishing at that low and away slider. Count goes 1-2. Dylan Ritchie with a little bit of trouble early on after the first inning, had some trouble, got out of a jam and minimized it to 1, went 1-2-3 in the second, and has not had a fun inning here in the third with 3 runs across. Bachman backs off the runner over that second. Big swing and a miss at that one. Goes down swinging. 3 runs come across. It's a 4-0 Big Sticks lead heading into the bottom of the third inning of game 1.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
And we're back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. for the bottom of the third inning. The Sasquatch in an early hole here in Spearfish, a 4-0 Big Sticks lead as they have put the hurt on the Squatch with a 3-run top of the third. Top of the order for the Sasquatch, Bryson Hoyer led off the game with a single, was stranded at third base in the first inning. He leads off here, takes the first pitch outside for ball one, and if you're the Squatch, here in the bottom of the third, in a shortened game 1 to 7-inning games in this doubleheader, you need to answer, and you need to answer quickly. If you're going to prove to your coaching staff you can come back in this one. Hoyer takes a big swing at that one. Count goes even with a 1-1 count. Hoyer was part of that first inning. We thought the Squatch might be able to chip away and get back in it only with a 1-0 deficit, but stranded the bases juiced, had one out, and just couldn't get it done. Hoyer takes another big rip at that one for Michael Getzinger. Count goes 1-2 after watching the first pitch go. 2 straight swings and misses on the outside, and Bryson Hoyer in a hole looking to at least salvage anything. That one in the dirt. Count goes even at 2-2. Getzinger has looked impressive since that first inning, especially. Had bases juiced and one away. Got Reyes to go down looking. Vorwall the weak ground ball the first. And then in the second, he had a quick, easy one. That one high in the air to center field. Peter's going to settle under it. He'll make the catch. Picking up right where he left off. Went 1, 2, 3 in the second. Retires Hoyer to lead off the third.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 19, Seth Nelson.
Seth Nelson come up to the plate. He went down swinging his first plate appearance. Was part of, we thought we could see a big Sasquatch inning after the Bryson Hoyer lead-off single. Nelson went down swinging on an at-bat that he fought, and just like his first at-bat, he picks it up right here with another foul ball. Ryan Bachman standing on deck. This is the top of the order for the Sasquatch, and this is the part of the lineup that you want to see get a little bit of damage across the board, potentially get the hitting contagious. That one misses outside. Count goes 1-1 to Nelson after the leadoff fly out from Hoyer, looking to get a one-out base runner, something they did so many times against the prospects and Sockeyes in that 6-game home stretch. It's been a trend for the Sasquatch all year is one-out base runners, but Nelson in a 1-2 count after he waves and misses at that one. Ryan Bachman standing on deck, DJ Van Atten in the hole, so 2-3-4 for the Sasquatch. If they can get a little bit of offense going in this one, try to chip away at least one run here, the lead. Nelson swings at that one in the dirt and goes down again. 2 strikeouts for Seth Nelson today. That is the 4th of the night for Michael Getzinger. He has been locked in for this Big Sticks team, and that's exactly what you need to try to start out this season with a little bit of momentum. Ryan Bachman comes up with 2 away. He walked and advanced to second base, was stranded there in the first inning. We'll see if he gets a pitch to hit here, and it won't come on the first pitch of the at-bat as that one gets by Huddle behind the plate all the way in the left-hand batter's box. And we'll see what Bachman can do. Walked in a 5-pitch at-bat in his first plate appearance. First pitch of this one goes all the way outside the left-hand batter's box. See if he gets a pitch to hit here. That one misses upstairs, and it looks like the zone here early on for both teams has been very consistent throughout both sides, but Yogi Milslegel really shifted the zone down almost an entire third. If you put a pitch at the letters, it's not getting called. That one chopped over to third. Bird can make the cross diamond throw. It's on the money in time. Ryan Bachman goes down. 1, 2, 3. Once again, we go to the 4th. 4-0 lead for the Big Sticks. They have been firing on all cylinders. Michael Getzinger pitching a gem so far. We start the 4th inning. We're down to the final 3 innings of game 1 here in Spearfish as that pitch misses high at a leadoff hitter, Troy Bird, who flew out to second base in his first plate appearance. It was that one in the shallow right field. Looked like it could have been a bloop single, and Ryan Bachman made the beautiful over-the-back catch. Chops that one over to third. Bledgy gets it off a hop. The cross diamond throws on the money, and they get the leadoff out. Troy Bird goes down on a ground ball to Parker Bledgy over at third base, part of the black hole of an infield that the Sasquatch have had all season. Dylan Ritchie utilizing that aspect right there for the first out. Alex Erlob up to the plate, struck out swinging in his first plate appearance in the second inning, was part of that 1-2-3 second inning. Looked like Dylan Ritchie had it all under control, and then that third inning happened where it was not fun. A big double from Cam Uran, and then a single advance to second was Isaac Huddle. Those drove in 3 total runs, and it's now a 4-0 ball game. That's where we stand right now here in the top of the 4th inning. The Sasquatch only hit came on the first at-bat of the game when Bryson Hoyer beat out an infield single. As that one chopped away, it's going to be 1-1 as that one gets caught on the inside of the bat. Got him on the hands. He fouls it off 1-1 to Alex Erlob, who has not found his groove yet this season. Came into this game inning 203, already 0 for 1. He has 11 RBIs on his season, though. Waves at that one. 0-2 count quickly for Erlob. This is a situation right now, if you're Ritchie, you want to recover quickly and see how far into this one you can go without getting your pitch count too skyrocketed. Potentially the 7-inning game. Last 7-inning game, Ritchie pitched in. Went all 7. That one skied in the air, foul. We'll see another 1-2. We'll go back to Ritchie's last performance where he pitched 7 total innings against the Zap. 78 pitches. That is the type of performance that you want right now. You can't do anything about those 4 runs already put up on the board. You just have to worry about going through the hitters you have in front of you. And it's a 1-2 count to Alex Erlob as he waves at the breaking ball and goes down for the second out of the inning. Another strikeout for Dylan Ritchie in this one. That is number 5. Top of the order with Quade Peters up to the plate. 1 for 2 with a skyrocketed home run, and then his one out he had to lead off the 3rd inning was a well-hit ball to center field that Bryson Hoyer was able to track down. He takes the first pitch for a strike and goes down 0-1. It seems like Quade Peters all year has had this Sasquatch team's number. He has been unreal. It's almost like he kicks into another gear when he plays the Sasquatch. No different today, but now down in 0-2 count, he watches that breaking ball outside catch the zone. And it's an 0-2 count quickly. Dylan Ritchie looking to go 1-2-3 for the second time this game, trying to get out of the 4th and get a little momentum going. Here's the 0-2, upstairs and in. Peters gets out of the way, looks back at his dugout and smirks a little bit to Brant Craigle standing on deck. As that one almost got a piece of him, and that's got to be scary. A Dylan Ritchie fastball coming straight at your head. Not necessarily what I'd like to see. Checks his swing on that one outside. He almost got him to go fishing. He leaves it off. Count goes 2-2 with 2 away. 2s are flying. Dylan Ritchie trying to get a little momentum, hopefully. Try to get momentum here with this 1-2-3. If you can retire Peters, hopefully carry it over to the offensive side with a 4-run deficit. Peters fouls that one off, and the quick 0-2 count went 2-2, and it's still going on. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. What looked like would be a quick work with Dylan Ritchie. Quade Peters continues to give the Sasquatch a little bit of trouble. Works the count. 2-2 that one upstairs. He gets out of the way. Up and in at his head again. That one slips away. Count goes full, and we'll see a payoff pitch for the 7th pitch of the at-bat to the leadoff hitter and center fielder for the Bigsticks. Quade Peters, who right now has the difference with his solo shot to lead off the game. Outside, he froze him, Dylan Ritchie. 1-2-3. We'll see if that momentum carries over to the Sasquatch bats, working with a 4-run deficit in this one.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
We keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
The bottom of the fourth inning.
Bottom of the fourth inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Sasquatch looking at a 4-run deficit, looking to chip away after Dylan Ritchie went 1, 2, 3 in the top half. It's DJ Van Atten leading off the 4-5-6. Due up for the Sasquatch. We'll see if they can chip away and at least get one across the board. First pitch misses outside to Van Atten. It's a 1-0 count to the cleanup hitter. He was hit in his last plate appearance on the full count. Watches that one low. Almost at the ankles, get called for a strike. So still going on, Yogi Milslago. That zone has almost shifted one entire third down. You gotta react and adjust if you're the Squatch. And Van Atten tried to adjust right there, took a big rip at that one. It was low, fouls it off. It's 1-2 to the leadoff hitter. Michael Getzinger has been fantastic. He's got 4 Ks on the night so far, and since that little hiccup in the first inning with the bases loaded, he got the last 2 outs of that one and has been spectacular since. That one inside almost got a piece of Van Atten. Again, it would have been his second hit by pitch of the game, and I believe number 16 on the season. 2-2 count to Van Atten, that one outside, and the count's going to go full. 3-2 count to Van Atten once again. Big rip at that one high in the air down the foul territory on first base line. Giving chases Rogers. He'll run out of room. We'll see another full count pitch to DJ Van Atten. This will be the 3rd full count pitch he's seen throughout his 2 plate appearances. The first one in the first inning, he was hit by a pitch. On that one, he skied it foul. He'll live to see another one. Luis Reyes standing on deck. Trey Vorwald in the hole. The 4-5-6 for the Sasquatch. It hit him again! DJ Van Atten has been hit by a pitch on another full count. My goodness, but it's a leadoff base runner for the Sasquatch. Hey, you'll take it any way you can get, but DJ Van Atten has been punished this season. This dude is definitely going to set an Independence League record by himself for hit by pitch by a single player. Luis Reyes comes up to the plate. He struck out looking at his last plate appearance, but now with the leadoff base runner. That one's going to get away from Huddle. It was up and in. It bounced off the glove. And DJ Van Atten is going to advance on a wild pitch. Excuse me, a pass ball. Went off the glove of Isaac Huddle. And now a runner in scoring position. This is when you have to take advantage. If you're the Sasquatch, they've already stranded 2 in scoring position back in the first inning. When they stranded the bases juiced, they had 1 out, bases loaded, and they were unable to come up with anything. Luis Reyes watches that one go outside. It's a 2-0 count. Trey Vorwald standing on deck. Jack Sutton in the hole. We'll see if this part of the Sasquatch lineup can get a run across and get a little bit of momentum trying to come back in this one down 4-0 early. Reyes skies the one high in the air to the right center gap. Moving in is Proctor. He'll make the catch. It veered over, and Van Atten's got to stay at second. Reyes is going to fly out to shallow right field. Quickly 1 away after DJ Van Atten worked a full count, hit by pitch.
Number 3, Trey Vorwald.
Trey Vorwald coming up to the plate as he's looking to get something going. Reyes unable to do something there. He goes to 0 for 2 on his night. We'll see if Trey Vorwald, the man manning left field, was the last out of that first inning with a ground ball over to first base. Almost got Danny Rogers off by surprise, but nonetheless, it was the end as he takes that one for a strike on the outside third. That outer third, I don't know what it is, if it's Huddle doing a great job framing it, or if it's just the zone moving over a third, but right now that outer third has just been an automatic strike almost any time if you can locate it anywhere in the vicinity of the strike zone. To both sides of the plate, lefties or righties, it does not matter, but Vorwald now in a 1-1 as that one missed upstairs. Vorwald chops one over to short. Van Atten's got to retreat to second. Erlob, the throw to first, is going to be in time. Quickly 2 away, and almost could be another chance for the Sasquatch to potentially strand their third runner in scoring position. Michael Getzinger will see what he can do with Jack Sutton. Struck him out to begin the second inning in his last plate appearance. And we will see what happens here. A runner in scoring position, no out. Quickly 2 outs as Reyes and Vorwald went down respectively. Watches that one low and away. 0-1 count to the right fielder, Jack Sutton. This would be disastrous if you are the Sasquatch to have DJ Van Atten in scoring position with no outs and get nothing. That one goes all the way to left-hand batter's box. Going to miss for a ball. It's a 1-1 count to Jack Sutton. Michael Getzinger has been phenomenal since that first inning. This is his 10th batter faced. Only one has reached, and that's DJ Van Atten on the hit by pitch. High on that one. Count goes 2-1 to Jack Sutton, who against this Bigsticks team in Dickinson had a day. He was 2 for 4 with 2 skyrocketing doubles that probably leave on any other day. But in Dickinson, for some reason, whenever the Sasquatch go there, wind decides it's going to howl at 20 miles an hour in and kill every fly ball in its direction. Steps off on that one. Van Atten retreats. Here's the pitch to Sutton. Chops that one off his left leg. Count goes even at 2-2 with 2 away with a runner on second. You got to think right now, too, if you're the Sasquatch, if you're Anthony Pearson over at third, if Sutton can poke this one in the outfield, get it by the middle infield, potentially you have to send Van Atten. If it's going to be a 50-50 play, you have to take risks right now. You cannot risk a run being stranded 90 feet away. Sutton's going to chop that one down the third base line. Running in is Bird. He'll make the play over the throw, not in time. It gets by Rogers, and a run will come across. Sutton will go into second base. It's going to be a run across the board on an error. The Sasquatch have a run on the board. It is 4-1. An error on Bird, and it's a run across the board nonetheless. Not necessarily a pretty one, but you can't really complain at this point. Down 4-0. Now, at least it got one across the board. The monkey's off the back. We'll see if that takes a little pressure off. Parker Bledgy with a chance to drive in Jack Sutton, who stands at second base. The first run of the ball game comes on an error from Troy Bird. Had to make a tough throw. Troy Berg, excuse me. But now Parker Bledgy fouls off that one. And it's going to be 0-1. Troy Berg, excuse me, over there at third base made that error. So he's going to get charged with that one. And now at the 4-1 game, Bledgy with a chance to put the first earned run of the night across the board. That one outside in the dirt. Good job by Huddle to reach over and corral it. Count goes to a 1-1. To Parker Bledgy, who flew out on the left side, or shallow side of first base in foul territory in his first at-bat in the second inning. Skies the one high in the air once again. It's going to be a fly out to the infield. Buckmaster going back. He'll settle in the grass, and he'll make the catch. One run came across the board due to an error, but still a 4-1 deficit for the Sasquatch here as we go into the 5th inning, the final 3 innings of this game 1 of the doubleheader.
When you venture to spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today, and let's get you to your peak.
Top of the 5th inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. We stand at a 4-1 ball game in favor of the visiting Badlands Bigsticks. Brant Craigle going to lead off. Dylan Ritchie back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Looking to get through this one quickly. Paints the outer third on that one with a fastball. It's an 0-1 count. Craigle 1 for 2 on his day with a single. Was stranded at second base. Came around to score after a single back in the third. He's part of this 4-1 lead. That one chopped over to Van Atten. He'll flip it over to Ritchie on the run. He'll tag the bag. Quickly one away as Brent Kragel goes down on a ground ball to DJ Van Atten. And it's one away here in the top of the fifth. The Sasquatch need the chip away now, with the Big Sticks looking for some insurance. No action in the bullpen, and who can blame them with the day that Michael Getzinger is having right now? The one run that came across the board due to an error. Other than that, he has been spectacular. Bunt, this one's gonna be high in the air and foul over the backstop. Not necessarily an ideal bunt for Keenan Proctor. That one left the ballpark here. Goes all the way over the backstop, goes past the press box here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and goes into the parking lot. It's an 0-1 count to Keenan Proctor. That one's low and in the dirt. Going to be called ball one. It looks like Dylan Ritchie is well aware of what's going on right now with that outer third, as he's tried to paint it with both those pitches. And he goes right back there, but turns on his Proctor on left field line. That's going to be a base hit. Vorwald corrals it. Proctor will look to go two. The throw from Vorwald's off the money. Bachman can't get the tag. It's going to be a double from Keenan Proctor. One out base runner for the Big Sticks. They're looking to add to their lead. They have 7 hits and 4 runs across the board so far. Standing 180 feet away is the 5th run of the ball game. Danny Rogers comes up to the plate. A monster triple back in the first inning, but in his last plate appearance, put the ball in the air again, but that one was a fly out to Parker Bledgy. We'll have to see what he does here with the runner in scoring position. The first time he's had a runner in scoring position all night with one away. Takes that one for a strike down low. Apologies, he had a runner in scoring position his last time up to the plate. Brant Kragel was standing at second base, was part of that third inning. Was a second out of that inning where we thought maybe Dylan Ritchie was going to get out of it, but then that 5-6 spot of the Big Sticks lineup put the hurt on him and made it the 4-1 game it is right now. That one's going to be low again. Weston tried to pull it up. This one's going to be called the ball. Count goes 1-1 now to Danny Rogers. Cam Uran standing on deck. He's 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. Right now, he is charged with the winning RBIs if the score stands the way it is here in the 5th. Big swing and miss at the one in the outer third. Dylan Ritchie didn't look like Rogers' bat was even close to touching that one. He gets that one at the 1-2 count for the cleanup hitter. This would be a big second out for Dylan Ritchie here, working, trying to just get out of this inning with another quick inning. Looked like it could have been it, but Keenan Proctor had other ideas with that double down the left field line. Fouled off again by Rogers, and we'll see a 1-2 count. Rogers on that one tried to jam him, tried to change the balance a little bit. Was Ritchie right there after getting a big swing and miss on the outside. Tried to jam him. It gets off the hands, but Rogers able to put a bat on it. He'll see another pitch, and we'll see what he can do here. This Big Sticks lineup, a lot of lefties in their batting order, and really having a little bit of trouble with the Dylan Ritchie. That one fouled off again, Another 1-2 count for Danny Rogers. He is fighting in this one, working up the pitch count of Dylan Ritchie. Be a big strikeout if Ritchie can get him right here at the second out and just have to worry about Uran and try to get out of it with just a 3-run deficit for the Bats, who got going a little bit last inning, I guess you could say, with an error being caused over there at third to score the run. Chopped up to Ritchie. He makes the play. Tries to get the runner at third. The throw is high, but Bledgy brings it down. Dylan Ritchie, a heads-up play, gets the lead runner 2 away with a runner at first. Danny Rogers reaches on a fielder's choice, but what a play by Dylan Ritchie. Off the hop, no hesitation, goes to third and guns Keenan Proctor, trying to get 90 feet away. There's 2 away in this one for Cam Uran. Cam Uran now another lefty in the batter's box with Danny Rogers standing on first base. Takes that one low and inside for a strike. Once again, it's just become a trend. No one is picking up on this so far. Really far back and in that left-hand batter's box. We'll see if Ritchie can try to expose that with the inner third. Jams him right there, and there it was right there. He had no chance to really touch that baseball unless he was way in front of it and pulled the crap out of it. But on that one, Richie went in at third. Might see him go outside here quickly. An 0-2 count, looking to get away from this one. 0-2 to Cam Uran with a runner on first. We'll see if Richie can get out of this inning and see if the offense can get going. That one low, gets away from Weston. Runner takes off. Weston's throw is going to be on the money, but it's late. A beautiful jump by Rogers. He'll advance to second on a wild pitch. Danny Rogers goes to scoring position as that ball went down the third base line on Weston. And now Cam Uran has a chance, if he can poke this in the outfield, to get one across the board and get the 4-run lead right back. Fouls that one off. It's going to be a 1-2 count once again. And once again with 2 strikes, these Big Sticks batters will not go away no matter what Dylan Ritchie does. They seem to just put a defensive swing on everything and fight again. We'll see if Richie can get Uran to go down swinging. Isaac Huddle on deck if needed, and he's also having himself a day with an RBI single. Here's the pitch to Uran, outside and low. Tried to freeze him with a slider that started all the way in the right-hand batter's box and just tried to catch maybe the outer third, but that one low in the dirt. Count goes 2-2 with 2 away. The 2s are flying here in Spearfish, South Dakota. 2-2 count with 2 away. Dylan Ritchie trying to get out of it and keep it a 3-run game for the Squatch Bats. That one's low and inside. A good leave by Uran. He wanted it. You could see he wanted to take a rip at that one. Laid off. Now it's full count. You do have a base open at first. You could move over to Isaac Huddle, who has hit the ball hard twice, reached on one of them with an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. That was the 4th run of the ball game. That one's going to be grounded over to Bachman. Ryan Bachman making the play on the run to flip to first. Ryan Bachman makes the play veering to his left. Ends the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom half. Squatch trailing by 3, looking to add another run on the board and get back in this one before it's too late.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice strike.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Keegan Weston going to lead off for the Sasquatch here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Squatch down to the last 12 outs of this one with a 3-run deficit. It's definitely in reach if you can get the bats going. But with 1 hit so far, Michael Getzinger has been phenomenal. Dylan Ritchie got through the 5th inning, a little bit of a scare with a runner standing on second base. As Weston flies that one up, it's a 1-1 count, foul that one off. Runner standing on second. It was a little bit of a scare, but he got Cam Uran to ground out to Ryan Bachman to end the inning. Weston flew out to deep left field in his last at-bat. Skies that one off again, foul behind the backstop. Count goes 1-2 to the Sasquatch catcher. He had that ball in left field that if there's any wind here in Spearfish, South Dakota, it's probably gone and probably a solo shot. But if you look at the flag out there in left center field, not even moving an inch. Weston's going to call timeout in this one. The order ready to roll over with Bryson Hoyer and Seth Nelson due up next. The 1-2 hitters for the Squatch. Trying to get something going against Getzinger. He's going to try to get Weston out. Early on, he tried that one upstairs. Weston leaves it off at the 2-2. Since that first inning, there's been a leadoff out twice, and then DJ Van Atten was hit as that one misses outside. For a full count now to Keegan Weston. DJ Van Atten, last inning was hit by a pitch, stranded, or he came around to score the only run on the error over at third base. See if Getzinger can keep it going. It looks like he will. Weston weakly flies that one up. Going over to Buckmaster. He'll make the catch. Keegan Weston flies out to second base. That is the second straight Sasquatch batter to fly out to Bloss Buckmaster. Parker Bledgy did so to end the bottom of the fourth inning. Keegan Weston does so to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Top of the order, Bryson Hoyer up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Flew out to center field in his last plate appearance. Had a single to lead off the ball game. The only hit so far for the Sasquatch has came from his bat. That one on the outer third and upstairs gets the call. It's 0-1 now early on to the Sasquatch leadoff hitter. Seth Nelson 0 for 2 with 2 swinging Ks. He's on deck. If he's on deck in this one, he could potentially be the last life of this inning as Hoyer watches that one outside again, the outer third, proving to be Yogi Milslegel's bread and butter. He loves calling it. And Michael Getzinger has really utilized that aspect of the home plate umpire today with an 0-2 count. Shakes off 3 straight pitches, gets a sign he likes. Here's the pitch to Hoyer. That one was outside again. Tried to do it. It might have been called a strike if Huddle could have stuck his glove out there and pulled it back in. Might have been able to get him and freeze Hoyer on 3 straight pitches, but nonetheless gets away from Huddle, bounces off the glove. It's 1-2. Shakes off the first sign and gets one he likes. Here's the pitch from Getzinger. Hoyer is going to fly that one back, and way out of the stadium. Behind the backstop, sees another 1-2 count for the Sasquatch center fielder. We'll see what Hoyer can do. If he can get on base, maybe the lineup behind him reacts. But right now, the Sasquatch bats have been almost non-existent since the first inning. We'll see what Hoyer can do. That one gets way away from Getzinger. It went behind Hoyer. Bit of an interesting pitch there, but it's a full count. Bryson Hoyer in a full count now with 1 away. Could get on first, and with the speedy Bryson Hoyer, 17 stolen bases on the year, we might see him try to get 18 and get in scoring position. Right now, the Sasquatch trying to chip away. Way outside, Bryson Hoyer watches it go, and now it's a full count, excuse me. Scoreboard malfunction here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It was a 1-2 count before the last ball. Now, then it was a 2-2, now 3-2 to Hoyer. Swings at that one, skies it off. He'll see another full count pitch. Skies off that one. It's going to be full count once again. Bryson Hoyer, what he has done so far, though, in his 2 at-bats, he's worked the count, and he's doing so right here again against Michael Getzinger. It's another full count. Hoyer fouls it off again, this time off the backstop. Seth Nelson grabs that one out of the air. And we'll get another full count pitch from Getzinger, who has, since the first inning, we can't say enough, been phenomenal. Only 2 runners have reached, 1 by a hit by pitch, came around to score, and 1 via an error. No hits, no walks since that first inning. We'll have to see what he can do on Hoyer here. Bryson Hoyer watches that one go inside. He'll reach. 1 out walk. Bryson Hoyer gets on base for the second time today. The only Sasquatch player to do that, not named DJ Van Atten, who has been hit twice. Seth Nelson comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, looking to change around the fortune of his night here with a runner on first. Seth Nelson now with a chance. Bryson Hoyer standing at first base. Might see him take a pretty big lead and trying to get in the head of Michael Getzinger. Seth Nelson gonna look to get this one going in his way. First pitch skies it down the left field line. Giving chases Uran. He'll go over. He'll run out of room. That one leaves foul. 0-1 count to Seth Nelson. Just laid on that one, but if you look over in right field, Proctor playing really far off the line on the lefty, Seth Nelson. If he can pull this thing down the line, it could easily be extra bases, potentially be a run with the speedy Bryson Hoyer. Probably going to try to get a good jump on any ball that's well hit. And we'll see what he can do. Digging over there at first base, he looks antsy. Here's the pitch to Nelson. Outer third, caught the zone. Seth Nelson in an 0-2 count and potentially a chance to strike out for the third time. Michael Getzinger's had his number so far. We'll see if he can get number 3 on the night just against a 2-hole hitter for the Squatch. 0-2 count to Seth Nelson. Hoyer standing on first. He's going to take off. That one's going to be low. It froze him. Seth Nelson the throw over. Hoyer steals his 18th bag of the year, but Seth Nelson goes down looking 2 away. That one low and away, but Seth Nelson watches it go for a 3-pitch strikeout. Ryan Bachman up to the plate now, looking to get his first hit of the night. He walked and was stranded at second in the first inning. Grounded out to third base to end the third inning was part of that quick back-to-back 1-2-3 by Michael Getzinger. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch to Bachman. Excuse me, not 0-2 count. 2 away. 0-0 now. It's a 1-0 as that one misses. 1-0 count to Ryan Bachman now. Looking, he has a chance here to chip away. If you can go into the last 2 innings, go into the 6th inning, just 2-run deficit. There is action going on in the Big Six bullpen. It appears to be Calvin Watkins of Mayville State as that one's low in the dirt. Count goes 2-0. There's also bodies moving around in the Sasquatch bullpen. We'll have to see what decision head coach Jarrett Hunt makes. In that one, it looks like Lance Schaff is in there, same with Chan Yoon. We'll have to see. But for now, it's a 2-0 count to Ryan Bachman. Watches that one low and away for a strike. It's that low and away in that outer third that's been called every single time. Nothing has changed. Been very consistent with the Yogi Milslegel, and the Sasquatch bats have not been able to adjust to that fact. Hoyer at second. The shift is on to Ryan Bachman. Watches that one low for a strike at the ankles. Sasquatch dugout doesn't love it, but it's 2-2 to Ryan Bachman with 2 away. 3 infielders all on the left side. It's Buckmaster, Erlob, and Berg all on the left side of second base, playing the shift, expecting Bachman to pull this ball. We'll see if he can beat the shift. Bachman puts that one in the right field. On a line, Proctor going back. He'll make the catch. A hard hit ball, but a beautiful read by Proctor in right field ends the threat. Hoyer stranded at second. 4-1 heading into the 6th inning.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Placement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
And we're back. 6th inning action here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Dylan Ritchie back out onto the bump, looking to get another quick inning. The Sasquatch bats have been quiet in this one, and Dylan Ritchie's going to try to wake him up with a nice performance onto the bump. The leadoff hitter is Isaac Huddle. He fouls off the first pitch behind the backstop here in Spearfish. It's going to be a quick 0-1 count. 1 for 2 on the night. He was the last out of that first inning with a hammered ball to left field that Trey Vorwald made the catch. Fouls off another one. That one gets in on the hands. He fouls it off the past the backstop here. Another one that leaves the stadium. A lot of Squatch bucks being redeemed at the concession stand here today. But an 0-2 count with Dylan Ritchie to the leadoff hitter. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Bigsticks. Upstairs, Weston tried to stick his glove. It's a 1-2 as that one just missed. Thought maybe that one might get called as it was on the outer third, but that one just a little bit too high. for Yogi Milslegel's liking. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's skied again past the backstop, out of the ballpark. In the same exact spot, in between the same exact poles of this backstop, three of the 4 pitches of this at-bat have been flown out of the stadium foul. A lot of Squatch bucks being redeemed from Isaac Huddle. That one upstairs, tried to go to the same spot in the upper outer third, doesn't get the call. It's going to be a 2-2 count. 2-2 count, Dylan Ritchie to Isaac Huddle. Balas Buckmaster on deck. Standing in the hole is Troy Berg. Here's the pitch from Ritchie. That one's going to be way up to him. Hit him in the leg almost. Dylan Ritchie had to get out of the way, but it's going to be a leadoff single for Isaac Huddle. My goodness, that one was a hot shot. That one was a hot shot. Back up to Isaac Huddle, and now Balas Buckmaster up to the dish. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, but now with a runner on first and no outs, looking to get his night going. Dylan Ritchie with a little bit of trouble early on. We'll see if he can force a ground ball, potentially give his infield a chance to turn 2. That one upstairs misses at the letters. Count's going to go 1-0. 1-0 count from Dylan Ritchie. This is it's another leadoff base runner. Hasn't happened all game, unless you take away the Quade Peters home run to lead off. He was technically not a base runner. The first leadoff base runner the Big Six have had all day. Comes here in the 6th. Checks his swing on that one upstairs. He went around, called for a strike. It's a 1-1 count. If you look at every first hitter of an inning, it's been a strikeout, a line out, a strikeout, and a ground out, but now a leadoff single. That one's ripped into left field down the line. It's going to be 2 bases for Buckmaster. He's going to go around first. He'll actually hit the brakes after about 3 steps. The other in front of him, Isaac Huddle, did not want to test the arm of Trey Vorwald. He got the stop sign, but nonetheless, back-to-back singles for the Big Sticks. Balas Buckmaster hammered that one, and it looked like it was going to be danger, but Trey Vorwald took a good angle, keeps it to 1. Runners at first and second for the 8th spot, Troy Berg. Head coach Jarrett Hunt's going to want to have a word with his pitcher here. There is a pitcher getting loose in the bullpen. It's Lance Schaff. He's getting loose for the Sasquatch. It looks like thrown around with it appears to be Ben Seminara over there. So expect to see him potentially close this one out. Dylan Ritchie a little bit of trouble early on in this 6th inning with back-to-back singles. A little bit of trouble in that 3-run deficit. Now 9 hits for the Big Sticks, 4 runs across the board. And if you look at that scoreboard, it is just not the Sasquatch way. It is just leaned heavily towards that guest side on the top. 4 runs and 9 hits to 1 run and 1 hit for the Sasquatch. That 1 hit coming off the bat of Bryson Hoyer to lead off the game. We thought maybe the Sasquatch were going to have the comeback in it after the leadoff home run from Quade Peters. Has not been anything since then. Quick mound to Jarrett Hunt, retreats back to the Sasquatch dugout. Dylan Ritchie still on the bump. Infield playing in, maybe expecting a squeeze bunt. DJ Van Atten playing about 3 steps in on the grass. Not even trying to disguise the fact. And they will get a squeeze bunt down the first base line. Van Atten's just going to tag the runner out. Runners will advance to 2nd and 3rd with an out. Right there, good play by DJ Van Atten. Might have had a chance to turn and try to get 2 at 2nd if Bachman covered the bag at first. Elects just to tag Troy Berg, and it'll be 1 away for Alex Erlob, who struck out twice. We'll see if Dylan Ritchie can get the trifecta. Alex Erlob, 0 for 2 on the night, looking to get his first hit. They have runners in scoring position. 180 feet away is the 6th run of the ball game. They have a 3-run lead currently. We'll see if Erlob can extend it to potentially 6. First pitch, big swing and a miss on that one. Ritchie gets ahead. 0-1. We'll have to see if he can get Erlob down. Erlob has struck out swinging both times in the 2nd and 4th inning respectively. We'll see what he does here. He's going to chop that one over to Reyes. The only play at home. He makes the throw. Not in time. Gets by. It hit the runner. And now he's going to round and go to 2nd. Weston's throw going to be cut off by Reyes. Tried to catch him off guard going home. It's going to be a run across the board. Runners still on 2nd and 3rd. Alex Erlob goes all the way to 2nd base. My goodness. Disastrous right there for the Sasquatch. It's 5-1. Isaac Huddle came home. He scored the 5th run of the ball game. Alex Erlob reached. Top of the order comes across. Not the situation you want to be in right now if you are the Sasquatch. It is 5-1. Quade Peters up to the plate. Since that home run, he has not reached base. We'll see if he can change that here. First base open, infield still playing in. So potential if you can just put a bat on getting a bloop single. Checks his swing on that one for strike one. It's going to be an 0-1 count. Oh, 1 count to Quade Peters here. Infield playing in. All on the grass. Pledgey, Reyes, Bachman, and Van Atten. That one outside, caught the zone. Peters can't believe it. He's going to take a little walk and try to recollect himself. Looked like he was talking a little bit to the dugout. Couldn't believe that one was called a strike as Weston reached over in the left-hand batter's box to corral that breaking ball. Nonetheless, an 0-2 count now from Dylan Ritchie. That one being the same spot. Weston slides over. It's between his legs in the dirt. Runners will stay put as Weston was on top of it. Didn't know if potentially he was trying to big brain Blosh Buckmaster over there at third base. Try to get him to take off, catch him in a pickle for the second out. But nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count to the leadoff hitter on deck, Brant Kragel. He's also 1 for 3. But Quade Peters with that solo shot in the first inning, looking to get hot once again. He started off hot, has cooled down a little bit, now in a 1-2 count. Flies that one high in the air, past the backstop and out of the ballpark here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Going to be another 1-2 count once again. And we'll have to see what happens when this 1-2 count. Ritchie just trying to get maybe a weak ground ball to his infield. Reyes had a chance to get the runner at home. The throw is a little bit to the left of Weston, and it hit the runner. Swing and a miss at that one in the dirt. A big second out for Dylan Ritchie. The infield can return to their normal positions, 1 out away from limiting the damage and keeping it a 4-run ball game. Quade Peters goes down swinging for the second time today.
Now batting for the Bigsticks,
Brant Kragel, up to the plate now in the left-hand batter's box. 1 for 3 on his night with a single. Back in the third inning, came around to score. And here we go. He's hot today. He has hit the ball well. We'll see if he can get the 2 runs across the board there, standing at second and third. That one inside, just missed. Count goes 1-0 in favor. And here we go. A 1-0 count, Dylan Ritchie. Infield returns. Van Atten playing really close to that first base line. Same with Pledgey over at third. Maybe you're expecting a major pull or a major draw. That one in the dirt. Weston keeps in front of him. Buckmaster has to retreat back to the bag. And it's a 2-0 count. Ritchie with the bag open at first base. Had the chance that if he wants to, go to Keenan Proctor. But that's a man you probably don't want to go to and don't want to see again. A single and a double on his night with multiple RBIs. He has had a day. The meat and potatoes of this Bigsticks lineup. On deck and in the hole if needed. The 3, 4, 5 spots coming up after this at-bat if needed. Fouls that one off for the first strike of the at-bat. And it's a 2-1. Kragel has been good today. Did ground out back in the 5th inning to lead off that one. But it was a well-hit ball over there. He came into the day hitting .429 on the season. Not very limited at-bats, 62 plate appearances. So he has just been really good for this Bigsticks team. Dylan Ritchie working with triple-digit pitch count in this one as he misses that one. And it's a 3-1 count. 3-1 count working with north of 100 pitches. This has to be potentially one of the last batters he's going to face today. Lance Schaff looks like he's ready to go in when needed. The lefty from Montana State Billings in the bullpen just waiting for the nod. The 3-1 from Ritchie finds the zone. We go full with 2 away. Here we go. Full count, 2 away. Dylan Ritchie trying to limit the damage to just 1 and strand 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. The Sasquatch trailing by 4, looking to just keep it that way right here with a full count from Dylan Ritchie. Time is going to get called by Brant Kragel. As soon as Ritchie got the sign he liked, Kragel reaches back, calls time, steps out. He'll step back in. Here we go. Full count. 2 away. Standing on deck is Keenan Proctor. We'll see if Brant Craigle can drive these 2 runs home. Chops that one over to first. Van Adden can't make the play. It's into right field. 1 run comes across. They'll send another. The throw's going to be cut off from Van Adden. It's a 2 RBI single from Brant Craigle. It's 7-1. This ball game looks like it might be over. That might be the dagger here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Erlob and Buckmaster score 7-1 in double-digit hits for this Big Sticks team. They have been on fire, and Jarrett Hunt's going to come out, wave the bullpen. We will get a pitching change. Dylan Ritchie's night is done here after 5 2/3. Not the night he imagined when he showed up. We'll get you info on the new Sasquatch pitcher right when we come back. It's going to be Lance Schaff. Welcome back. Lance Schaff out of the bullpen for the Sasquatch, looking to try to get out of this one, get the last out of the 6th inning. It's a 6-run, 7-1 lead as the first pitch is going to be fouled off down the third baseline and out of the ballpark. It's going to be an 0-1 count to Keenan Proctor, the right fielder who has been spectacular today. 0-1 count, 2 away. Lance Schaff trying to get a big out here. That one misses inside. It's going to be a 1-1. Schaff coming out of the pen for the Squatch, and what might be one of his last appearances here in Spearfish, South Dakota, as he is a first-half player. Looks like he's set to leave on July 1st. So head coach Jarrett Hunt going to go to the trusty lefty arm, one of the only lefty arms on this Sasquatch team. The only 2 lefty arms, Lance Schaff and Oliver Wilson, and Lance Schaff appears to be leaving here shortly. This could be the last time we see him here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. 2-1 count as that one misses outside to Proctor. That one's going to be drilled to right field. Sutton moving in. He'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. A line drive catch by Jack Sutton, but 3 runs come across. 7-1 lead, 6 outs remaining for the Squatch, and the bats got to wake up sooner rather than later if you want any chance of sniffing a close game in this one. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It is a 6-run lead for the Bigsticks from Dickinson, North Dakota. They have jumped out early, hammered Dylan Ritchie in this one to start out, and they turn to a bullpen arm to face DJ Van Atten after a huge outing by Michael Getzinger. He was spectacular. 1 base hit, 2 walks, and no earned runs. He was the definition of amazing. Van Atten pulls that one down the left field line, got a pitch he liked just in front of it. Then the count's going to go 1-1. DJ Van Atten, who's been hit twice in this one. We'll see if he actually does something that's not hit by a pitch, but a new arm is going to be Calvin Watkins. As a beautiful front door breaking ball finds the zone, gets a 2nd strike on Van Atten. Calvin Watkins, 18 2/3 innings, 3 even ERA with 8 Ks, and he has a chance for number 9. Van Atten's going to foul that one off, and the count's going to stay 1-2. 1-2 count, DJ Van Atten, 4-5-6, due up for the squash. Van Atten, Reyes, Vorwald have had a tough time. Combined 0 for 4, Van Atten being the 2 hit by pitches that have reached, as that one way outside, all the way in the left-hand batter's box. Count goes 2-2 because of it. DJ Van Atten now just looking for a pitch to hit. He's been hit a team leading, I believe, the numbers 15 times this year. It has been absurd for DJ Van Atten when he steps up in the box. Checks his swing on that one in the dirt. They're going to offer over to the first base umpire. It gets called as no. He did not go. I could have told you that from up here. Count runs full, but why not offer? Jim Whitcraft makes the right call. Excuse me, John Whitcraft makes the right call. 3-2 count to DJ Van Atten. Turns on that line drive to third base. Berg with a great catch. On a knee, it went right to him. Van Atten takes the full count pitch, hammers it on the line, and it's caught by Berg at third for the first out.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, shortstop,
Luis Reyes up to the dish now. He's going to come up with 1 out, trying to get something going for the Squatch in this one. They have been so quiet. 1 hit so far, and my goodness, that pitch in the dirt, going to be scooped out by the catcher behind the dish, Isaac Huddle. It's a 1-0 count to the shortstop in the 5-hole. 0 for 2 with a fly out to right field and a strikeout in his night. Watches that one low for a strike. In the Sasquatch, you have to adjust. I can't believe they haven't yet, and that's probably a big reason they have 1 hit and only 1 run to show for their night. That one at the feet, almost hit Reyes. A little happy feet gets him out of the way. 2-1 count to Luis Reyes. Here's the pitch from Watkins, fouled off on the breaking ball from Reyes, getting straight breaking balls this at bat. Count goes even at 2-2. And here we go, 2-2 count. Luis Reyes, Trey Vorwald standing on deck. This 5-6 for the Sasquatch, a combined 0 for 4 in the night. We'll see if Reyes can change that. Upstairs at the head, Reyes gets out of the way. It's going to be 3-2. And another full count, a last full count to DJ Van Atten. Got a pitch to hit. A line drive to third base. It looked like it could have been a leadoff base runner once again for the Squatch. Was robbed out of the air. We'll see what Reyes does here. Chops that one over past the outstretched throwing hand of Watkins. The throw from short. Urlaub, a great play moving to his left. A ground ball through the middle, gets past Calvin Watkins on the mound, but Alex Urlaub makes a great play at short. The 9-hole hitter and shortstop, great on the defensive side, gets a second out of the inning, and quickly 2 away here in the 6th. 4 outs remaining for the Squatch. Trey Vorwald standing up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 on his night. Watches ball 1 go up high. He's put the ball on the ground twice to both sides. Ground out to short and to first. We'll see what he does here. That one's going to be called up high. Count goes 2-0 to Vorwald now. Pinch hitter standing on deck for the Squatch. It appears it's going to be Jack Naylor. Vorwald inside. The count goes 3-0, so probably an auto take right here from the Sasquatch left fielder and 6th spot. Jack Naylor going to pinch hit for Jack Sutton, the 7-hole end right hitter, it appears. As a front door breaking ball finds the zone. A beautiful pitch from Watkins, fighting back in this one to a 3-0. Gets strike 1 right there. It's a 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Watkins working quickly. That one low again. Vorwald takes his base. Trey Vorwald, the 2-out walk, and the Sasquatch have a little bit of life, still trailing by 6, a long way to go, but a base runner, that'll help you. Jack Naylor going to come up to the plate now. He's pinch hitting for the right fielder, Jack Sutton, so I'd expect Naylor to move over to first base and Van Atten to slide over to right field. We'll have to see next inning. Another pinch hitter looks to be on deck for Parker Bledgy. It's going to be Chaz Crook. Jack Naylor getting the pinch hit nod here by head coach Jaron Hunt. An opportunity where you have to deliver off the bench. Down 6, you need a life. Chops over to Erlob on the first pitch. He'll go to second, an easy out. Off the bench, first pitch, grounds to Erlob, flips it to Buckmaster, and that is it. 3 outs remaining for the Squatch offensively. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 7-1 ball game. Top of the last inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota of Game 1. Lance Schaff back out onto the mound to face Danny Rogers. Rogers skies the first pitch up in foul territory. It's going to get out of here, so no play is going to be made, but some defensive changes for the Sasquatch. Chaz Crook going to go over to third base. Ben Seminara going to go behind the dish. And Gage Kroc going to take over right field. 0-1 count to Rogers. Outside from Schaff, it missed. Seminar was set up on the inside, probably not expecting it. 1-1 count to Danny Rogers. Here is the 1-1 pitch from Lance Schaff, trying to get out of this one quickly and just get to game 2, honestly, with the way this game has gone for the Sasquatch. High in the air, right field. Don't even think about running back. That ball is absolutely crushed. My goodness. Danny Rogers, holy cow, right field, sends the ball all the way to the storage container over there in right field. My goodness. Danny Rogers, Jesus, right there, my God, makes it an 8-1 ball game. Lefty-lefty matchup, it doesn't matter. A 6-run lead, it doesn't matter. The Bigsticks look to extend, and they do, 8-1. Cam Urin walks up to the plate now. He is 1 for 2 with a walk on his night. Also has a double, looking to keep up the momentum going after that lead-off bomb by Danny Rogers. And that one was absolutely destroyed. I think Schaff knew the minute it hit the bat that it was not coming back. 8-1 game now. Sasquatch just falling apart at every level. That one misses low to Cam Uran on deck. Isaac Huddle and the Bigsticks are just running away with it here. Just not a good game for the Sasquatch to lead off the second half. That one low and outside, gets the zone for a strike. Count goes 1-1. 2-1, excuse me. A little scoreboard malfunction here in Spearfish, South Dakota, a little bit behind. That one's going to be hit high in the air to center field. Going back at the track is Hoyer. He'll make the catch. Almost back-to-back bombs for the Bigsticks, but Bryson Hoyer gets a good jump on that one. Veering over to the right center gap, makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Batting for the Bigsticks, Isaac Huddle.
11 hits for the Big Sticks, and they have been on fire. They got 8 runs to show for it. Isaac Huddle comes up with 1 away now. 1 run already come across the board in this inning for the Big Sticks, trying to make it more and potentially add more of a cushion through their ball game. We'll see if Calvin Watkins goes back out. There is another arm getting loose in the pen for the Big Sticks. We have seen the Squatch have big final innings, mainly the one in Fremont where they put up 5 runs in the top of the 9th to tie it up after entering the inning down 10-5. But with the way the offense has looked this one, I don't think I'd expect something like that to happen. That one finds a zone. It's going to be called for strike 1 from Schaff. That one outside misses. Count goes 2-1. 2-1 count to Isaac Huddle. Lance Schaff trying just to get out of this one. He has not had a lot of luck against this Big Sticks team. That one inside for the second strike. Caught the zone. A nice pitch by Schaff. Maybe a little help from Yogi Milslego behind the plate on that one. Nonetheless, 2 strikes and a chance to get a K for the second out of the inning. Breaking ball upstairs at the letters. Just missed. That one had a lot of movement from Lance Schaff. Misses upstairs. Count goes 3-2 at the payoff pitch to Isaac Huddle. Here's the pitch from Schaff. That one's going to be hit over to short. Reyes gets it off 2 hops, collects it, the throw cross diamond, bullet on the money for the second out of the inning. Luis Reyes does what he does best, and guns run over there from the shortstop position. That is the first ground ball that he's had the field today at short. Usually every baseball hit his way is recovered and out, and that's the first one he's gotten in this game. He's not had a lot of time, but he gets one right there for the second out here in the 7th inning. Balas Buckmaster going to come up to the plate. Time's going to be called by Yogi Milslego behind the plate, so Schaff's going to have to recollect himself onto the bump. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Buckmaster. Going to be called for a strike low. Almost every time we see Schaff, it's against this Big Sticks team. The only other time we've seen him was here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and we saw him against the Nebraska Prospects. They offer over to the field umpire on that check swing. He did not go. Count goes 1-1. So for Schaff on the year, 14 innings entering this one. Half of the innings have been against the Big Sticks, and he has not had a lot of fun against them. That's it. That pitch going to be low and inside. Going to be 2-1 count now for Schaff the Buckmaster. Just looking to get out of this one, get the Squatch to maybe get something going. Strike 2 goes down low. But with the way the offense has been so far, it looks like it's going to be an 8-1 victory for the Big Sticks here in Game 1. Game 2 will be right back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium shortly after the conclusion of this one. That one fouled off of Seminara, and that one hurt. He's going to try to shake that one off, as that one looked like it definitely hurt. Checked into the game this inning and has already taken a foul ball where you don't necessarily want to take a foul ball. Trainer's going to come out here from the Sasquatch dugout, check on Seminara behind the dish. 2-2 count with 2 away. Quickly check in Seminara. He's just waving off, saying he's fine, testing the throwing hand. He looks like he just wants to be fine and get on with this game and get the final out at the top of the 7th. Training staff being very cautious. Finally gets the go ahead. He'll step in behind the dish once again. And he'll come up. 2-2 count, 2 away. Boss Buckmaster trying to extend the game for the Big Sticks offensively in the top of the 7th inning. They lead 8-1, and it has been a display for them. From top to bottom, the Big Sticks have ran away with this one, and this place is silent. 2-2 count with 2 away from Lance Schaff. Here's the pitch in the top of the 7th inning. That one low and inside, misses. Count goes full. We'll get a payoff pitch here with 2 away. 1 pitch from potentially ending this inning, or 1 pitch away from getting another base runner for the Big Sticks. Here's a full count pitch from Schaff. Checked his swing on that one. He did not go around. It's ball 4. He'll take his base. Balak Buckmaster gonna take a walk. Gets on base for the second time in his last 2 plate appearances. He improves to 1 for 3 on his night with a walk. Troy Berg gonna come up to the plate. Has not had a fun night offensively, manning the hot corner, batting 8th. But now comes up with a runner on first, trying to extend the game offensively. That one inside, caught the inside of the zone. Seminara pulled it back in, And it's going to be called for strike one. It's an 0-1 count now to Berg. That one's going to be hit in the left center gap. This one's going to drop. They're going to send Buckmaster around from second. Hoyer's going to come in to corral it. His throw to second's going to keep Berg at first, but now runners on the corners, 2 away. The Bigsticks trying to extend this lead. They lead by 7. A chance to make it 8, 90 feet away is Balas Buckmaster. Alex Erlob comes up to the plate. The 9-spot hitter at short made a phenomenal play at short in the last inning. And now has a chance to get his first hit of the night. He is the only Bigsticks player without a knock today. Here's the first pitch from Schaff. Outside, called for strike one. And it's going to be 0-1 to Alex Erlob. Top of the order set to roll over for Quade Peters for the 5th time today in a 7-inning game. That's how good this Bigsticks offense has been. Runner takes off, fouls it off, tried a little bit of a hit and run with Erlob. See if he can get 2 more runs across and break that decade mark, get to 10-1. That one goes foul, and Berg's going to have to retreat back to first base. 0-2 count, 2 away. Here's the pitch from Lance Schaff. Big swing and a miss. He got him to go down swinging. 8-1 lead as 1 run comes across the board from a Danny Ronders right field moonshot. It's a 7-run lead going into the bottom of the last inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
We keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Sasquatch trying to muster any life they have. The Bigsticks go back to Calvin Watkins to close this one out. Pinch hitter barrage for the Sasquatch. It's going to be Chaz Crook leading off the inning here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 outs remain for the Sasquatch. They have 1 hit and 1 run on the day. It has been a quiet day and a bad day for the Sasquatch on both sides of the ball here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Chaz Crook going to lead off here. His first at-bat with a defensive substitution last inning as well. Was on deck to end the inning. He took over third base for the final inning. He waves at the first pitch from Watkins outside. Going to be strike 1. On deck, it's going to be Gage Crott. He's going to pinch hit for Keegan Weston in the 9 spot. An 0-1 count to Crook. That one outside in the dirt. Crook leaves it off. And it's going to be a 1-1 count to Chaz Crook. Crook on the season, 245 coming into this game, just looking to get the average up a little bit. Watches that one go outside. He has 8 walks, 10 RBIs. He's been a guy for the Sasquatch that when he gets up to the plate and when he makes contact, it always is in important situations and drives in runs. And we'll have to see what goes on here. That one slides away from Watkins, goes behind Crook. I don't know what happened there. That's the second time a Big Sticks player has put a baseball behind the batter here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. But the count's going to go to 3-1. It's a 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Crook. Low, outside, Crook takes his bag. Chaz Crook a leadoff walk here in the 7th, giving a little bit of life to the Sasquatch. Gage Crot's going to come up to the plate now, looking to keep it going and see if maybe a little bit of a rally can give the Big Sticks a little bit of a scare to close out this game.
Number 11, Gage Crop.
Gage Crot comes up to the plate now. He takes the first pitch low for a strike. It's an 0-1 count for the man who took over right field in his last inning, Gage Crot. Crot on the season coming into today, batting nearly 300, puts someone over to Erlob. Erlob, Buckmaster, the throw to first, speedy. Crot goes over and beats it. Crot will reach first on a fielder's choice. Chaz Crook is thrown out at second as part of that fielder's choice, 1 away. 1 away with a runner on first. And now it's going to be the top of the order. Bryson Hoyer up to the dish. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. He has the only hit of the night for the Sasquatch, and it came on the 4th pitch of the game from Michael Getzinger. Here's the pitch to Hoyer. Inside, watches that one almost hit him in the chest. It's going to be a 1-0 count. 1-0, Bryson Hoyer, Gage Crot standing on first base. Hoyer turns on it to left field. Going back is Uran. He's going to go and he's going to settle under it. It died off. A well-hit ball from Bryson Hoyer just in front of it, just under it. Barely missed the second time the Squatch have done that. Crot retreats back to first. 2 away and 1 out away from this game being over. Seth Nelson comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. It has not been his night. Going to look to at least change the fortune a little bit. The Big Sticks implement the shift. Strike one's going to be called low and away to Nelson. He struck out on 3 straight pitches in his last plate appearance. We'll see if he can just get a little bit of momentum going into the game, too. We'd have to expect he's going to remain in the designated hitter spot. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Crot with a nice lead over at first. There's no one holding him. Rogers and Buckmaster playing shifted over a little bit to their left. And all the way at short, Erlob playing right behind the bag. They're going to check the runner at first, but no one was standing there. That might be the most absurd thing I've ever seen. Calvin Watkins went to check the runner at first, but Danny Rogers was playing near shallow right field, and it goes and hits a pole and bounces right back to Rogers to keep Crot at first. 1-1 count to Seth Nelson. An interesting thing just happened here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. That one misses low and inside. Going to be a 2-1 count. Went 2 away to Seth Nelson. Still can't get over what just happened. That was the strangest thing I have ever seen. 3-1 as that one misses in the dirt to Seth Nelson, but no harm, no foul on that one. As it hit a pole, goes right to Rogers. Crot stays at first. 3-1 count, Seth Nelson. 0 for 3 on his night. Will take any base he can get. Big hack at that one, gets it off the edge of the bat. Count goes full. Ryan Bachman standing on deck potentially for the 4th time tonight. He will get up to the dish. Calvin Watkins with a 3-2 count, 2 away, trying to close this one out. Crot will be going the minute this pitch is released. He does, ball 4. Nelson takes his base. The game's going to continue now with 2 men on the base pass. And Ryan Bachman up to the plate for the 4th time today. He is 0 for 2 with a walk back in the 1st inning.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 24, Ryan.
Sasquatch trying to get a little bit of momentum going before game 2. Noah McCandless set to start the game for the Sasquatch. He's already getting loose in the bullpen. Bachman fouls off that one. That one goes fouling out of the stadium again. It seems like every foul ball today is leaving the ballpark, not just leaving playable territory, but leaving the ballpark. That one goes all the way nearly to the soccer field. And it's an 0-1 count to Bachman. That one low in the dirt. Count goes 1-1. 1-1 count. 2 away to Ryan Bachman. Runners on first and second. Buckmaster's going to go over, and they're going to implement the shift again. 3 runners on the left side of the bag at second. Bachman goes opposite, fly ball in the right field. Settling under it is Proctor, and that'll do it. An 8-1 domination victory for the Big Sticks in game 1 here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. 12 hits, 8 runs. The Sasquatch, 1 hit and 1 run to show for it. My goodness, this Big Sticks team came in here and they just absolutely dominated the Sasquatch from the very first pitch. It's an 8-1 victory. We'll be right back here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live with a new game link for game 2 starting shortly here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.